Hey y'all, it's your girl Drea back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. If you made it this far already, but you know you have a short attention span and you're not going to make it through this whole video, make sure you go and follow me on my TikTok at Drea Larae. I have the story on there as well, just in a shortened version. It's sweet, simple, to the point, but still gives you the tea. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So I'm back with another story time. I don't know what I'm about to call this yet. Just know that it is my most craziest, weirdest, worst, best dates ever. It was just crazy, okay? It was all that in one, just all of it together. So before you leave to go to TikTok, if you're leaving, make sure you like this video first. Like and subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe, do both right now. Thank you. All right, y'all, let's get into this story. So there was this guy. I know there's always some guy. It's getting out of hand here. But there was this guy and I met him out. Once again, I met him out, but he was actually, how do I explain it? My friend's ex's friend. We'll say that. And that's all I'm gonna say. So we met through mutual friends, and the first night we met, like, we hit it off for real. Like, you know, had a good time. We was really just, like, everything was just meshing together. You know, we was having a good time. It was one of those Sunday fun days, you know what I mean? So we was hitting it off for real. So we exchanged numbers and everything, and yeah, we started talking from there. So I think it was like literally the next day. We were talking on the phone for like hours, y'all. You know, when you just find somebody and you're clicking with them and you could just literally talk to them for hours and you just meet them. It was like that. So literally while we're on the phone, he is planning dates and stuff for us, and he's making reservations for like literally that following weekend and all sort of stuff. And I'm like, ooh, finna go on a date. Finna go on a date. So yeah, I was all excited so yeah, we're talking throughout the week, and I think one of the days during the week we actually chilled for like an hour real quick, like in between our work schedules, because our work schedules were kind of off, but we made it work. You know what I'm saying? We made it work. So anyway, we chilled for like an hour one day, just talking and whatnot, getting to know each other more, getting more comfortable with each other. And this was all within like our first week knowing each other. So fast forward to Saturday when our date was, and the date was cool. I remember getting ready, and I met him at his house. Yeah, because I didn't want nobody knowing where I lived. If you don't know what I'm talking about, see my last story time. I didn't want nobody knowing where I live. So I was like, you know what? You can drive, but I'm going to drive to your house, and then we can drive together in your car. You know what I mean? That's how you get around that. It is wine. This time it's not alcohol. It's actually wine. Pinot, you know. It's Friday night, guys. I'm in a house. It's like 11 at night right now. I'm not finna go out. So I'm gonna give y'all story time. And there we go. Back to the story. So, what did I leave off at? Sorry, I'm a little goofy, y'all. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I'm a little goofy. So anyway, meets him at his house. He drives to the restaurant. Cool. He's looking good. Dressed right. Hair was nice. Smelled good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I seen him, I instantly became nervous. Like, the butterflies was flying everywhere. I was nervous. But don't get me wrong, I was looking good too. I was looking real good too, y'all. So we get to the restaurant. You know, he's real sweet. You know, holding my hand as we walk to the restaurant, all that good stuff. Goes to sit down. He took me to one of those nice restaurants where like you order and they bring your food, but they bring it out raw because there's like a hot plate, fire plate, I don't know what you want to call it, in the middle of the table, and you cook your food yourself. So that was really nice because I haven't been to a restaurant like that before, so that was pretty fun. So we did that. We had lots of good conversation. We had drinks, and the night was literally going lovely. So after we got done with our food, he asked me if I wanted to go up to the bar and have a few more drinks because we planned to actually, go on our date and then go out after that. So I'm like, yeah, let's get a little lit because we about to go out, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, most definitely. So we go to sit down at the bar and we're ordering drinks. We're trying all types of new stuff. And I mean, it was good though. I mean, it was all right, I guess, but it's always nice to try something different. Y'all, I feel so plain without a necklace, like super plain, but it is what it is. So yeah, so we're taking shots, I guess you could say. Still have a good conversation. And then I noticed like he wasn't fully into what I was talking about. It's like he was, but he seemed distracted. And I can tell he was like kind of looking over my shoulder like. Now I peeped this, but I'm not really saying nothing. I'm just kind of being real ladylike still, just smiling, drinking my drink. But don't get me wrong, I'm looking around like looking behind me, acting like I'm scratching my leg. Like, why don't I have your full attention, sir? Like, what's going on here? So he's doing that. I'm looking around like, okay, there's people over here and over there. Like, I don't get it. I don't get exactly what he's looking at. So I just kind of let it alone. I'm changing the subject. Like, oh, okay, yeah, like, where you want to go after this? Because the drinks at that restaurant, because that restaurant was like pretty fancy, the drinks were like pretty high. So we were going to go to one of like the local bars that we usually go to, get a couple drinks from there, and then like really go out after that. So before we end up leaving, I'm like, you know what? Let me use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. So I'm watching him. As I'm walking away, I'm watching him because I noticed like he still is looking very much distracted. And I'm trying to figure out why. Like, who's in here? Who is in here? Who do you see? Why are you so distracted? Why isn't your attention on me? You know what I mean? Like, why? Excuse me. So next to this bathroom, like, like this whole wall was like a mirror, basically, before you go into the bathroom. So I'm like, literally, y'all, I'm looking in the mirror, and of course it's a reflection, so you can see like everything else that's in the mirror. So in the mirror, I'm looking at myself, but I'm really still looking at him, looking at whatever the hell he was looking at. Like, dude, are you okay? But I'm still like, let me chill out, because a lot of guys, they just be paranoid, looking around, looking at their surroundings, who's around, who's in here, who can see me, stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what, I'm about to just let him do his thing, go to the bathroom and come back. So I came back, and I still noticed like he was looking in the corner, and he gonna whisper to me like,
I think my baby mom is in here.
What? Y'all, I was like, I couldn't believe what I was hearing, because at first I'm just like, oh, okay. But then I'm just like, well, why the hell is your baby mom in here? Like, what is she doing in here? So he was just like,
I don't know. I just seen her.
So of course, everything is running through my head. I'm thinking, did he know his baby mom was going to be in here? Did they frequent here? Does she frequent here? Is he trying to bring me here to make her jealous or something? Because we talked about the fact that he had a baby's mom and 2 kids, but I didn't think like she was gonna be an issue. So when he said that she showed up at the restaurant to where we were having our first date, sir, like, what's going on here? Are you guys still messing around? Like, what? I don't know. That was weird. So all that's going through my head, I'm looking at him like, okay, like, are you good? Like,
oh yeah, I'm cool. I just seen her or whatever, and when you went to the bathroom, she came over to me and was like, oh, you can't say hi? I would have bought y'all a drink.
she was gonna buy us a drink. Oh, she's being funny.
Oh no, I don't think she was being funny. You know, I probably would have did the same thing.
So I'm looking at him like, so y'all are both weird. Okay. Like, what? It don't even make sense. And then you said you think she's here. So she is here. She is here because you spoke to her. Don't say you think she's here. She is here. Weirdo. So I'm like kind of looking around for her because I don't know what she, I don't even want to say what ethnicity she is because that will fully give it away who I'm talking about if you know who I am. But I'm looking around for her and I don't see her. But I see a lot of people who look like her. But I don't know exactly what she looked like. Like, I never seen a picture of her. Did I see a picture of her? It don't matter. Because even if I did, I still wouldn't know what she, like, I wouldn't know who she was if I walked past her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking around like, all right, let's go take some more drinks. Because we're not finna be up in here when your baby's mom's in here. And then we're on a date and you're looking distracted. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I was feeling some type of way because I am literally looking around like on my P's and Q's at this point, ready to just in case, because I'm like, I don't know what's about to pop off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your baby's mom, so you here with a whole nother chick taking her on a date. Like, for all you told me, y'all could have been messing around a lot. Dang, why can't I talk? Y'all could have like been messing around even though you said y'all wasn't. Because you know how niggas be. They just be fucking lying. Just talking to get into your pants. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm like, okay, let's just go. So, we goes to leave. And there's like 4 people standing at the door as we exit. And I noticed there was this one girl who was talking to him like, oh, you ain't going to speak, whatever. And then he's just like, what's up type thing and like walks out. And I'm looking like, who is that? Like, he was like,
no, that's my baby's mom's cousin.
I don't remember if he said cousin or friend. He said something. Like, I forget what it was exactly. But I was just like, okay, that's weird. So we're walking down the street and the girl and her friends literally come outside of the restaurant and is yelling at him down the street. And I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, y'all are trying to be funny now. Like, where's she at? Where's the baby mama? What's up with her cousin, friend, whoever she is? What's up? Because now everybody's trying to be smart. Now, she wasn't saying nothing smart towards me. They was literally, like, saying little stuff to him, like, oh, well, bye. Like, little stuff like that. But it's just like, I feel like they're trying to be smart because he's with me. Like, they're trying to be smart. And I'm like, you're about to... Girl, don't do that. Do not do that. He's like,
I swear they're super immature. They're only doing that because they see I'm with you.
I'm like, duh. Duh, obviously. So he's like,
no, come on, let's go.
And he's really not saying much. He's not really telling me much about who these people are, what's going on, why they're down here. I mean, it's a free country, so if they want to be down there, they can be down there. I can't really control that. But it's just like he was being kind of silent, which made me kind of silent because I'm like, is this day over? Because now I feel awkward. Like, everything was going fine. We were having a great conversation, but soon as your baby moms come down there, you're distracted, and I just feel like that's who you're thinking about right now, and that's not cool. Like, this is our first date. That's weird. So I don't get it. But yeah, y'all, that was weird as heck. And so I keeps, just trying to stay calm, trying to stay cool, because at this point I had a few drinks in me, and I'm just like, you know what, Drea? Just calm down. try to enjoy the rest of your date, just because we're about to go to the next spot and you can't just drive off because your car is parked at his crib. So try to make the best of it. And I'm just like, literally pep talking to myself in my head, telling myself this. So when we got to the restaurant, oh, matter of fact, even before the restaurant, I'm in a car texting my friend. Oh, you know I was. So I'm texting her like, bitch, why his baby mama show up? Freaking crazy. I swear all the crazy shit always happen to me. Wow. I mean, I guess that makes for a good story time, right? But yeah, y'all, so I'm texting her. She's like, bitch, what? Call me. I'm like, yeah, girl, as soon as I get a second, I am. So literally I goes into the bar, and I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. He's like, all right, cool. So I goes into the bathroom. I calls her immediately. Calls her up. Hey, girl. I can't believe this shit.
Girl, I already know. Like, what happened? Did she say something to you?
Nah, girl, I don't even know exactly who she was. I just seen a one girl. He said it was her cousin or her friend or whatever he said. And I don't know exactly who she is, but she said that he said that she was in the restaurant and she came up to him and was talking to him while I was in the bathroom. And she was just like,
What? I don't even make that sense.
and I'm like, yeah, girl, I know, blah, blah, this and that. It's like he knew she was going to be down here or something and blah, 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 this and that. So anyway, she's basically telling me like,
Girl, just watch out. You know, I think everything's cool. He really has not been talking to her for like 2 years.
blah, blah, this and that. I'm like, I know, that's what he told me, but you never really know what's going on in somebody's life. Like, you just don't. You don't. So she's like,
All right, just keep your cool. Try to enjoy yourself.
I'm like, all right, I'm finna hop back in. It's like, no. But I'm like, all right, so I gather myself back up, y'all. Like, when it comes to me, and I'm like, and something's really on my mind and that's bothering me, it's all over my face. Like, I can't even fake it. Like, I really be trying to fake it, but I really, like, can't even fake it. Like, if there's something's wrong, you're gonna know something is wrong. And when I tell you he could tell. So once I got back to the bar, I'm sitting next to him. And he's like,
What you want?
and I'm just ordering shots. I think I was ordering like, I ordered like 2 double shots of Crown or something like that. Cause at this point, I'm just throwing stuff back. Like, come on, let's get lit right now. So he could tell like I'm still upset for real. Like, not really upset, but confused and not really understanding what's going on, especially since he wasn't really saying much. For real, like he kind of just wanted me to forget about what just happened at the restaurant, which I was trying, but it's just like, I need some sort of explanation. Like, what do you mean? Explain. And so, of course, he could tell I'm like bothered. So he kind of starts explaining a little bit, and he's like,
I swear I didn't know she was gonna be there, and my baby's mom wasn't even. I mean, we didn't see her coming out. That was her weird ass friends and
blah, blah, this and that. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm finna let it go because I'm actually like I kind of like you for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've been talking all week. We already hung out, you know, for a little bit this week. And I've been told then the date was going perfect. Y'all, it was going perfect. It really was. So, of course, I'm like, you know what? Let me just put this to the side right now. Enjoy the rest of my night. And then we're going to have to revisit this because I don't know what the heck's going on. I didn't. So we're taking the shots. I'm loosening it up. Now we're all taking pictures and stuff together at this point, and I'm just like, okay. So now that we're having a good time, we're loosening up. We start hitting up some of our friends, like, hey, let's all go meet out down at this club. And I'm like, oh, yes, let's go down there because I feel like dancing and drinking some more. So yeah. So we hops in a car. We heads downtown, and we go to the club. And yeah, everything's cool. His friends is in there. And we're just all you know, mingling, drinking and whatnot. And I'm just, you know, I'm dancing on my date and we're just having a good time after that. I slowly start to forget what happened at the restaurant. So I'm like, okay, this night is really turning around. I could tell like he's back full attention on me. Like, you know what I mean? So it was cool after that, but don't think I didn't forget that was still in the back of my head, y'all. In the back of my head. So more of his friends come, you know, we're all at the club. And I just remember there being like a big argument at the club that night between his friends, and they got into it. And I'm just, at this point, I'm drunk. I'm drunk on the wall, like, what's happening? Like, I knew his friends. Like, I started, like, I knew of them and whatnot. So seeing them and hanging out with them, it wasn't like a big deal. Like, I already knew them. But when they be bickering, I don't get in that. I don't get in that. So I'm just drinking my drink like, ugh. Niggas is mad. Niggas was mad. So they ended up getting kicked out for real. And me and my date were like, let's just finish up taking these drinks and then go outside, see if they cool. Because at this point, the club's basically over. And we was all finna go to the after hours, but I don't know, they was still arguing outside. So we ain't even go. We was like, forget it, we ain't even going. So yeah, so at this point, y'all, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling my date, you know, because even with all that happened at the restaurant, I mean, he was still looking good. He was still smelling good. I mean, he still had that smile that made like everything that you was feeling just disappear, and the butterflies was back, and all of it, y'all, all of it. So oh, y'all, those are probably like the best feelings. When a guy gives you butterflies, is literally the best feeling. It just sucks when they start to crush your butterflies. You know what I mean? Yeah. So with that being said, we ended up going back to his house because, you know, that's where my car was parked. But none of that mattered because I ended up going into the house with him. I did. I ended up going inside with him. So I goes inside, and at this point, I'm on the phone with my friend. And we're all really friends. She knew who my date was, and she knew all the guys who we went to the club with and everything. So I'm on the phone with her. We're talking about their little argument they had. My date wasn't arguing, but his friends were. So they're talking about the argument. We're all talking about it. Everybody, you know, we're just making sure everybody got home safe. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about what happened, and I'm just cracking up. But everybody got home safe, and you know, me and him, we were still chilling, like, well, you know, we didn't get to go to the after hours, but let's like watch a movie or something. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling this liquor. I'm feeling you, baby. Like, y'all, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't need to be telling these stories. I don't. So I'm like, all right, let's just watch a movie. Yeah, that movie was watching me. Oh, it sure was. That movie was watching me, or I should say it was watching us. And not because we was sleeping. I know, y'all. There's something wrong with me, especially since in the back of my head, the baby mama thing. Like, what, girl, what? I don't know. I guess like when I really put it in perspective, I'm like, is it that big of a deal? Like that she was there? I mean, I don't know, y'all. Everything that I was thinking, I just pushed it out of my head and was just like, have a good night, Drea. Just have a good night. And I did. I had a great night. It was amazing. It ended amazing. I did. Y'all, there's something really wrong with me. So, yeah. So, I ended up staying the night. I did. And, you know, we was chilling the next morning and stuff, too. We chilled for a little bit. And then after a while, I'm like, I need to do the walk of shame up out of this bitch and take my ass home. So, yeah, that's what I did. Ended up going home. So, the date's over. The date is over at this point. And, you know, we're still talking. We're talking how good the date was. We're planning more dates. We're planning even more dates at this point. So, at this point, y'all, I'm really starting to feel him. Like, the fact that it was only like 2-3 weeks. And I was just like, yeah, baby, we're getting married. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. But no, I really be like that. Like, if I like you, I'll be like, okay, you're my man and this is forever. I know. I'm mental. There's something wrong, but Not with my new man. In my head, because I'm delusional just a little bit. So yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, like I like him. Like, okay, I feel it. So we're chilling more. Everything's cool. And so there was this instance where, I don't know, he just started to get a little weird, like standoffish and stuff. And because you know how it is, once you give it up, niggas like, I feel like they really don't be caring about you no more. Well, that's like most niggas, but that's not always true. But once you give it up, they be like, oh, I got the poem. I don't really care. Like, okay, girl. So obviously, he was talking to other females, which is to be expected. You just met me. You know, you're dating. Everybody should be dating. You know what I mean? If you're single, why not date multiple people? You don't have to just date one person. So I wasn't mad that he was dating other people. At this point, I'm trying to be the best. Y'all, I'm mental. No, I was dating other people too, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. But, oh, excuse me. But I really liked him. Like, I liked his vibe, and I could see potential. You know what I mean? Let me take another sip. So, I could see potential. Anyway, so I don't know. I can't remember the full situation of what happened, but I said something to him that rubbed him the wrong way through text, which is why don't stop texting. Pick up the phone and call the person, because when you text, people can take things the wrong way that you don't really mean to say it. You know what I mean? And that's why there's so much gray area when it comes to texting. Which is why I pick up the phone and call you now. Because, yeah, I don't want to come off the wrong way, you know? So I said something that rubbed him the wrong way. And y'all, I really can't remember exactly what it was I said. But he got offended by it and was just like,
you know what? I'm about to leave to go on vacation. I'll hit you when I get back.
baby, what? We wasn't calling each other baby or nothing, but babe, what? I'm like, man, like, what is you saying to me? And we've been talking for like 3 weeks and you never mentioned you're going on vacation. Well, that's because he's going on vacation with another bitch, Drea. That's why, bitch. So, you know, in my head, I'm panicking. Like, oh my God, I messed up. Y'all, I'm gonna have to really sit here and think about what I said to him, because I really can't remember. But in my head, I'm like, oh no, Drea, like, you messed up, girl. You messed up. Like, oh my God. Like, he said he's not going to talk to you till he gets back from his vacation. He didn't even tell me how long the vacation was going to be. He didn't tell me where he was going to go or who he's going to be with, which he didn't have to tell me he was going to be with, because I knew it was with some bitch. Because, you know, Instagram. So, you know, I'm just trying to keep it cool. I don't want to bring out the crazy too early. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to bring it out too early. So I'm like, okay. I don't hit him up. I don't say anything. I watch all his stories. Don't get that twisted. I watched all his stories. So I'm on there and he's not really showing much, but he's showing enough. Like, I could see like the girl he was, I could like see her finger, like her nails or something, or her like her shoes. Like, it was real subtle. Or you can like hear her talking in the background, like either you don't give a fuck or you're mad at me and you want me to know that you are with another bitch because you don't give a fuck and you're trying to, I don't know, put me in my place. Because you know how niggas be, they want to control you and shit and just make you mad and do all the extra stuff. So anyway, he's doing all that and I'm just like, like, nigga, why? So I'm salty for real. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, I'm mad. I'm like, oh, it's cool, baby. I still love you. No, let me stop playing. But nah, so yeah, he's on a vacation. My man's on a vacation, you know what I'm saying? And like, after our date went so well, like, it went so well. So he ends up coming back. And literally, like, the day after he gets back, he hits me up like, hey, gorgeous, or hey, what's up? You know, something like that. Hey, beautiful, whatever. So, of course, I'm immediate like, oh my God, he texts me. Oh my God, like, what do I do? What do I say? So I'm just like, hey. You're back from, you know, vacation. How was it? And he's like, it's good, and blah, blah, blah. Do you want to hang out? And I'm just like, oh, I guess I want to hang out. I want to see you. Like, oh my God. Because, you know, like, I'm dumb. Whatever. I'm just dumb. So we hang out, and I just noticed, like, it's cool, but it's just like, I'm not, like, I could tell at this point, like, he's not really into me like that no more. I could just tell, like, you just know when a guy's into you and you know he's not. So at that point, I knew what I was there for. And I gave it to him. I did, because I'm dumb as hell. I was, like, I already had it planned out. Like, I'm going to come there. I'm going to ask him, how was his vacation? Oh, so, you know, that's your girl, that's your number one, you like fuck with her, like, just playing around with him type thing, like, oh, how was your vacation with shorty, did you have a good time with sis, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't even say none of that. Like, as soon as I seen him, I was just like, oh my God, my baby's back, and I don't want anything to mess up this moment, so take me, I'm yours. Crazy, y'all. Don't do that. That's so dumb. Because you know he don't want you. He just wants you for that moment, just for that night. And he got it. He did. So I slept over. At this point, like, the energy is just so, it's not matching up. Like, it's looking like this now. It's like, it's just not matching up no more. I'm just like, damn, like, I really liked him. And that vacation must have went well. Like, I'm low-key so old over here. Like, dang, that vacation went good as hell. Like, y'all, like, why? So I'm like, it's cool. So at this point, like, y'all, this might sound a little crazy, but I just started, like, really tweaking. That's why I hate when I like somebody, because then, like, I be, like, liking you. It's bad. It's real bad. Like, man, like, So, y'all, I'm really putting myself out here, but it's cool. We all family here. But yeah, so I'm just, like, really liking him, and I'm just, like, just trying to find out more stuff. Like, okay, like, I just feel like I need to go about this differently and try not to be too pushy, but just still get to know him and get to know his background, because it's like he told me things, but it took him a minute to, like, open up, you know? I'm still trying to get to know him, but he's not really opening up as much. So if you watch my last story time, I'm so good about going to Facebook. Yeah, so excuse me. So I could tell that things, like, going forward, things were just still really standoffish. And I knew at this point, like, Drea, it's time for you to walk away and let it go. Obviously, he likes the other girl more, not you, baby, not you. Sorry, you're just not the one. And yeah, so, you know, before I was fully able to just let him go, I decided to check Facebook, you know, just because. Once again, I'm not his Facebook friend. So my friend is. So I'm like, listen, go on his Facebook. Go on his Facebook and just look at his page. You know, tell me what you see, blah, blah, this and that. So she don't really see much, you know, him, his kids. And, you know, he, I don't even want to tell y'all exactly what he did, because I ain't trying to give it away like that. But what he did was on there and whatnot and all that good stuff. So it wasn't really nothing that I ain't already know. There wasn't. All right, so this last time that we chilled, this was right before I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. I really think I'm done talking to him, like for real. So so I don't know what made me do it, because I think the one time I was over there and he was on the phone with his baby's mom, but I think he was talking about like their kids and he was like complaining about her or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So I hit up my friend. I'm texting her like, hey, what do his baby's mom look like? Like, send me a picture of her. Send me a picture of her. So she goes to Facebook, finds a picture, and she sends it to me. Hold on. Y'all. So she sends me a picture of his baby's mom. She sends me a picture of his baby's mom, right? Why was it the same girl? Hold up. Why was it the same girl who came up talking to us at the doorway, the one he said was his friend / her best friend, and now came outside yelling at us? Nigga, wonder why you kept telling me to come on, let's just go. Because that wasn't your baby's mom's friend. That was your fucking baby's mom. Woo, baby. Oh my God, y'all. When my friend sent me that picture, I almost fell out on the floor. Like, I almost fell all the way out. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, and I was looking at him like, yo, I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even say nothing because right then and there, I'm like, what am I dealing with this for? Literally. I don't even have to. We only been talking for like maybe 2 months. What am I dealing with this for? Yeah, I really like you and everything, but you acting standoffish. You lying. You was lying since the first date, my nigga. You was lying since the first date. Just keep it 100. I want to give crap. Keep it 100. So, yeah, y'all. That's the story. That's just so crazy to me. Like, y'all, I swear, I be in the craziest situations. Oh, let me know. Put that in the comments if y'all ever been through anything like that. Because niggas just loud lying. Saying it's, oh, they friend, they cousin. Meanwhile, I be they whole baby mama. They whole wife. What's wrong? I don't get it. Like, what's really good? I don't know. But anyway, y'all. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at DreaLaRae with 2 Y's. Also, follow me on Twitter and TikTok for you guys who have low attention spans. Definitely go to TikTok. I have the same story times on there in a short and sweet version that still gives you the tea. Okay, you feel me? All right, guys. I'll see you guys in my next video.